place. Smack it in the air.
Hi everyone, my name is Shauna. I am a rising sophomore, so I'll be a second year, 5-year MBA major from Washington, D.C. 3 things about me. I'm a part of the Hampton University cheerleading team. I'm also a part of the National Black MBA Association. And I'm a part of Sister to Sister, which is like a mentoring group, not just in Hampton, but basically we just go out and we mentor and do some community service around in the Hampton Roads area. So first I want to apologize because I'm in my bathroom, and that's because in DC it is like raining so hard, so it's drizzling. I mean, it's really dreary, and so my bathroom has the best lighting. And 2, if I'm looking down, it's because I have like notes that I wrote down. So for this video, for you guys or whatever, I've been trying to make this video so long because when I was looking for college, when I was looking into Hampton, I was looking at a lot of people's videos, and I mean, I feel like my input into my freshman year will help you guys when you're this coming fall. So let's get started. So the 5 topics that I will be talking about in this video are pre-college, class, basically school in general, dorms, parties, and boys. So to begin, pre-college. Go to pre-college. Like, go. I went to pre-college. It wasn't the best experience, but I mean, pre-college is what you make it, just like college is what you make it. But pre-college is so good. Like, you get to meet a lot of people. Like, you meet a lot of people that's going to be in your class, as well as other students that go to Hampton who are just like down there to take summer classes. So when you get there in the fall, you already know some people. So like when I got there in the fall, I knew a whole bunch of people, and a lot of the people who just came in, who didn't go to pre-college, they were like, oh, it's not fair. I mean, pre-college people already have cliques. So I guess that's kind of an advantage, even though cliques aren't really good, but at least you have someone to fall back on because you already knew them, as well as the new people that you'll meet. So you have double the dose and you know double the people. 2, you get to learn your campus and surrounding area. So in pre-college, I was able to basically know where most of the buildings were. So when it came down to first day of classes, I wasn't one of the ones who was struggling trying to figure out where my classes were going to be, because I already knew, because I took a lot of the classes already. I was in a lot of the buildings already. In addition, you know where like the food places are, what's popping around there, even though it's not much popping, but you know how to get to and from a thing called the Peninsula, where a lot of people already hang out, and just basically the overall environment of Hampton. Even though you're just going to be there at pre-college, you're just going to be there with the students. You might be there. When I went, it was like the basketball team was there, the football team was there, the basic sports teams, they were there. So that's a additive as well. And lastly, you earn credits. So I earned 9 credits while in pre-college, which basically put me ahead of the game when coming in on the fall. So starting, I had 9 credits, meaning that I could have a lighter workload if I really wanted to, or class load if I really wanted to, which I did. I didn't take a full 17 credits. I think my first semester, I took maybe 15, which may not be the best thing to do, but I did, and I'm still on track. Second topic, school. First rule, go to class, okay? Go to class. Even though they don't really monitor you, they still do take attendance, and attendance it's not a lot. It may be 10% of your grade, but 10% means that's 10 points out of your grade. Meaning, if you miss days, it just messes up your grade. So this is the extra boost. Plus, you get ahead. Like, when you don't go to class, you can get the notes from other people. But a lot of times, when you take tests, it's from the in-class lectures, okay? So go to class, all right? I think a lot of times the teachers may let you get, like, they give you like 5 days where you can miss before you're actually considered, or they actually, like, it's actually, counted against you. But still, like, especially in your major classes that you know you're struggling in, make sure you go to those. Make sure you talk to your teachers. They're there to help you. The classes aren't big. It may be the most 25 people in your class. So your teacher knows your name. You can't get away. A lot of times they will even like email you or call you trying to figure out where you are if you haven't been in class. Like, they actually care about you. That's one of the big ups about going to a smaller institution and having smaller class sizes. So your homework, like, a lot of people come in don't think you get homework in college. That was my perception, because like when I look at the movies or when I hear about it, a lot of times they just talk about how you basically have just a midterm and a final, but that's not true. A lot of times the teachers give you homework, and it's important to do that so you'll be able to learn the information. Like this last semester I took financial accounting, and a lot of the you had to do the homework in order to understand that class. So say the class started at around 25 people. When the class ended, so many people dropped. Like, it was maybe only 10 people left in my class. And that's like a lot of times because you didn't do the homework. So class moves super quick. It's not high school anymore, y'all. Like, the classes are going to move much more quicker than what it usually is. But for me, I went to one of the top high schools in DC, so it was much easier for me. But it's still important to stay on top of your work, or the stuff will build up, especially with the many different things that happens on campus. It's easy to fall behind, and it's not good to fall behind, because then you're playing catch up. So time management is really good. You need to make sure you have time management. However, classes aren't too hard. So your first year, you'll just be taking general ed, so gen eds. And like one of the major gen ed classes that you're going to have to take as a freshman is University 101. You can take that as regular University 101 or Honors University 101. I took regular University 101. And I mean, it was cool. You get to learn a lot about your campus, the history of Hampton University. You also learn the alma mater. So you learn basic things about your school, and it's not a hard class. It's just 1 credit hour, but in that class as well, they give you homework. You take all your exams online. So I mean, hook up with a buddy. Shoot, get that A out that class. That's an easy A class. So make sure you get that A, because that's a GPA booster. All right, so dorms. So there are 5 female dorms. So 5 female freshman doors. There is Virginia Cleveland, better known as VC, Twitchell, Kelsey, Kennedy, and Milton. I stayed in VC, so I know a lot about VC. The most common or most popular dorms are VC and Twitchell. I think they're the nicer dorms, quote unquote. That's what everybody says. I really didn't like VC. So the difference between VC and Twitchell, VC is more spacious versus Twitchell, which I feel like is more family oriented. VC is also really old. So my mother went to Hampton. That was the dorm she stayed in. So imagine, like, it's super old. And they really haven't done anything. And so that's VC right there. If I chose again, I would have chose Twitchell. That's why I stayed in pre-college. So those are the comparisons between those two. I really don't know much about the other female dorms because I didn't stay there. I never really went in the other dorms. And then the male dorms, I think there are 3 male dorms, freshman male dorms. There is Pierce, James, and Harkness. And I mean, I couldn't really tell you about them. I think the most popping dorms are, I think it's Harkness, but don't quote me on that. All right? All right, parties. Number 1 rule, again, be safe. All right? Don't go anywhere by yourself. All right? So there are, and I think on top of my head, there are 3 main parties. There are 12 to 2s, which happen every Friday from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. And it happens in the student center. And what basically happens is more of a social rather than a party. So the Greeks are shown, and it's just a lot of music that's played. So you get a chance, don't schedule your classes during that time. They're generally popping, not all of them though. So don't look for every 12 to 2 to be the most lit out there, because they're not. So, but they're really fun. You get to see a lot of people that go to school with you. And it's just like a social event that you get away from on a Friday, every Friday. So enjoy them, all right? Hollins are cool. So those are parties in our gymnasium, Holland Hall. And what you make of it, you know? They're generally lit, you know. There are a lot of Hollands, so you just choose which one. You ask around to see which ones are going to be the more fun Hollands, you know. And then lastly are the harbors, which are the off-campus apartments that a lot of the students stay at. So it's either the harbors or it's one right across the bridge, the Heritage, but most parties happen in the harbors because they're in walking distance from the campus. All I want to say is stay safe. Don't sit your drink down. Don't take everything from other people. Like, be safe at these places. And then in addition, there are also a lot of Greek parties that happen throughout the school year. So just look out for those. I think I've been to a Q party and that was really fun. Been to a Kappa party, that was fun as well. And the last topic is boys. The best topic for girls, because that's all we talk about. Well, that's all I talk about, you know. So, females, freshmen, again, be safe. You have to remember the ratio at Hampton. It's like 15-1. 15 girls to 1 boy. So, it is male heaven at Hampton. Like, everywhere you look is a female. With that being said, don't trust all of them. When they say they're just talking to you, I'm going to say 8.9% of the time, they're not. They can be talking to you and your roommate. You wouldn't even know it. All right? Like, the campus is super small. Your business gets around. So, be mindful of that, all right? Like, I'm not trying to have y'all hurt first semester thinking that college is about finding your husband, because that's a misconception. Majority of the time, it's not going to happen. And if it happens, it's not going to be freshman year. It might be second semester, junior year, to be honest. And I mean, if you're going to mess with someone, just know, make sure you're using protection, because on college campuses, especially at Hampton, well, I'm not going to say that. On college campuses, diseases do go around. So just be careful, use protection, watch who you're talking to. I mean, talk to people. You're there. Have fun. It's college. You're supposed to talk to boys. Just be mindful, like, don't be hurt if you find out that he's talking to another girl. I mean, I've done it. We all have feelings, but again, the ratio is like 15-1. So don't think it's male heaven. So, yeah. All right, that's all. If y'all have any questions, just go down in the box. Leave any questions. You can also follow me on Instagram. It is Shauna_11. I'll have it like right there, maybe, if I can figure out how to do it. And if not, it's SHAUNA_11. I also have it in the description bar below. Yeah, so if you have any questions, feel free to ask. If you see me on campus, feel free to come up to me. I'm not like a mean person. I might come off like really strong in this video, but I'm actually like a bubbly person. So, yeah, I'll see y'all in the next video. Oh, I want to make sure I post. I'm going to be posting a video, I guess, my perception of first semester to my second semester. So you can basically see how I felt between those 2 times. I think that would be like, that's how freshmen really feel. So I'm going to be posting those in the next week or so. They're really old, so I'm going to be talking in past tense. So look forward to those videos. I'm happy I was able to share this valuable information. Hopefully the information was informative for y'all. So I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye! Peace.